Unmasking the media, truth or propaganda. Every day, millions of us turn to the media to inform us about global happenings. It's our window to the world. But how much of what we see and hear is truth and not propaganda? In the age of information, we're bombarded with news constantly. Not all of it is factual. Some reports are deliberately skewed to suit certain agendas. The question is, do we discern the difference? Let's start by understanding propaganda. It's not always sinister. It's any information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. Now picture the media landscape as a battlefield. Different factions are fighting for dominance, trying to sway public opinion their way. They use the power of words, images, and narratives to achieve their goals. We've seen instances where the media has been accused of cherry-picking facts, manipulating stories, and spreading misinformation. These practices can lead to a distorted view of reality, fostering fear, hatred, and division. But it's not all gloom and doom. There are media outlets committed to the truth, practicing responsible journalism. They fact-check their information, present balanced views, and aren't afraid to admit when they're wrong. So how do we navigate this tricky terrain of media honesty? First, we must learn to question everything. Who's the source of the information? What's their motive? Is there any evidence to back up their claims? Also, use fact-checking websites. They can help verify the authenticity of news stories. This step is crucial, especially in this era of rampant fake news and misinformation. Next, diversify your news sources. Don't rely on a single outlet for all your news. This helps to avoid any potential bias and gives a more rounded perspective on issues. In conclusion, the media can be a double-edged sword. It can inform or mislead. It's up to us, the consumers, to critically analyze the news we consume. Remember, a well-informed public is the cornerstone of a healthy democracy. Let's strive to be discerning viewers, not passive recipients of information. Truth, not propaganda, should be our ultimate pursuit. Achieving media literacy requires consistent effort, sharpening our analytical skills, and the willingness to question, making us immune to misinformation. Adopting media literacy isn't just a personal gain, it is a civic responsibility that empowers us to challenge inaccuracies and promote truth. Unmasking the charade, corrupt media, and the dissemination of propaganda. In our society, the media holds immense power. It dictates the narrative, shapes our understanding, and influences our decisions. But what happens when that power is misused? Welcome to the exploration of corrupt media. News is the lifeblood of democracy. It keeps us informed, educated, and prepared, but one must ask, are we truly getting the realism we deserve? A growing trend points to an alarming reality. Today's media has become a hotbed of corruption and propaganda. The truth is often buried under a landslide of half-truths and outright lies. We see a staggering amount of unverified information presented as facts. This is not a mere slip-up. It is a well-planned, orchestrated move to steer public opinion. Social issues, political agendas, economic insights, everything is manipulated. These distortions take root in our minds, steering us away from reality into a world of make-believe. Why is this happening? Money, power, control. The motivations are innumerable and complex. Media conglomerates are no longer mere watchdogs. They have become puppeteers. Consider our political landscape. Unequivocally, it has become a stage for the media's puppet show. Media bias is no longer a suspicion. It is a glaring reality we witness every day. Biased reporting is just the tip of the iceberg. The situation worsens when false narratives are woven around real events, completely distorting the truth. One wonders how such deceit goes unchecked. The answer lies in the complexity of media networks. Holding them accountable is like untangling a massive, intricate web. The harm caused is real and far-reaching. Democracy thrives on informed citizens, and these tactics are eroding the very foundation of our society. When media promotes propaganda, it violates the ethical standards of journalism. It betrays the trust of millions who rely on them for unbiased information. How then do we navigate this treacherous landscape? The first step is awareness. Recognize the signs of bias, distortion, and propaganda. Be vigilant. Question everything you read or watch. Do your own research. Don't let any media outlet spoon-feed you information. Consider multiple sources. Each media outlet has its own bias. Balancing your consumption can help you get a fuller picture. Focus on facts, not narratives. Separate the news from the noise. Look for facts and data rather than succumbing to emotional storytelling. Verify, verify, verify. In this digital age, it is easier than ever to cross-check information. Make use of that advantage. We must also fight for transparency, demand disclosures, push for laws that keep media accountable. Call out corruption when you see it. Use social media platforms. Write to your representatives. Stage peaceful protests. Your voice can make a difference. Support independent journalism. They are often the ones brave enough to expose the truth without fear of corporate backlash. Educate others. Spread awareness about media corruption and propaganda. The more people know, the harder it will be for the media to manipulate. Remember, an informed citizenry is the best defense against corruption. Knowledge is power, and it's high time we take that power back from the media. The fight against corrupt media is not easy, but it is necessary. Our democracy depends on it. We owe it to ourselves and our future generations. So let's challenge the status quo. Let's question, let's verify. Let's hold the media accountable. Together we can reclaim the truth. Together we can ensure that the media serves us, not manipulates us. This is our call to action. Let us unmask the charade of corrupt media and the dissemination of propaganda. Because in the end, truth must prevail. And truth can only prevail when we fight for it. It's time for us to take control, to question, to verify, and to demand transparency. We as citizens have the power, and it's time we used it to defend our democracy. So let's stand together, let's demand better. Because we deserve a media that tells us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The fight against corrupt media is not just a fight for today, it's a fight for our future. Because a society built on lies cannot stand, but a society built on truth that can withstand anything. Join us in this fight, help us unmask the charade, because the truth is out there, and it's time we found it. It's time we took back our media, it's time we took back our truth. This is the mission we must undertake, this is the stand we must make, this is our time to reclaim the truth.